All right, y'all. We back with another reaction right here on ABP Reactions. This one is called Charlie Kirk Memorial. He recently had a memorial at the State Farm Stadium in Arizona. Thousands on thousands on thousands of people came out. President came out, vice president, everybody was in the building, and Channel 5 News covered it. Let's see what happened, man. Let's see what they're talking about.
This is his quote. He said this about the death penalty. He wanted public executions, and I think it's very ironic that he got publicly executed. Too many people are feeling bad for him. I think we should respect his beliefs. He didn't believe in empathy, so I think we should respect his beliefs and not have any empathy for him.
Whoa. She got a point there. She got a point there. He always said he don't believe in empathy.
What was your emotional reaction like when you found out Charlie Kirk was assassinated?
I broke down crying. I was at work, unfortunately. I went into a room and I cried. I called my parents. I mean, he's had such an impact on our lives. I felt like from a religious standpoint, he just helped strengthen our faith. And from a political standpoint, I felt like I should never back down from what I believe in.
He had such a heart for the black community.
They always got to find that token black man. They always got to find a token black man every time.
25% of black youth were raised by a single mom. That's the #1 issue happening in the country, and it's not because of systemic racism.
He just wanted people to be better, to recognize the full potential, to stop with the victim mentality and walk in greatness as he knew that we can.
Charlie Kirk is the 13th disciple.
What do you mean by that?
Well, the disciples all died bringing people to Jesus. They were martyred bringing people to Jesus. So now Satan's dancing and thrilled, and I'm telling people, if you voted for the Democrats this last election, you voted for the cartels.
Have you always been so religious?
No, because when I was in Vietnam, I was killing people. And I couldn't understand what the hell was going on. Why would God allow this?
If people are crying about Charlie, why aren't they crying about the school shootings? I'm an educator. I have been trained to
That is crazy.
die for children. We're supposed to jump in front of the gun, counting or not counting gang violence.
What would you say resonated the most with you about his messaging?
Well, the message of hope, even though things may seem bleak, we have Christ, but also he kind of like the way he lived his life, like how he got married early and how he talked about having kids, really resonated with me because I think a lot of that is a solution to a lot of the problems and the challenges that we're facing here in America.
He was Jesus on earth. He was like living AI.
Jesus on earth is crazy. Oh, that's crazy. It's people that really praised him like that. Jesus on earth? Wow.
You could go and ask it a question, and it will respond to you, but with God.
Prodigal son.
Absolutely.
None of it happened before. Remember
Absolutely.
that.
Thank you, Charlie. Good seeing you again.
What's all your dogs' names?
Red, blue, green, pink, butterfly, Brooklyn, bagel, binky, brownie, Bambi, pink.
Oh, that explains it. That explains it.
We really like the way that Charlie Kirk thought about marriage. I'm single and in my 40s, and maybe
this explains it, y'all.
there's like been a little bit of a spark. Maybe I'll find my perfect man. You know, you're not gonna find really anything at the bar or stuff like that. So, yeah. Although I have 10 dogs, so I don't really need a man, but it would be nice maybe if I found one.
What about Charlie Kirk's message resonated with you most?
The fact that he swung the vote as a single human being, and then all of a sudden he passes and his voice just gets louder.
Hey, Channel 5 is hilarious, bro. Look at the little details they be keying in on. They hilarious for this.
People don't die for a lie, they die for the truth.
Have you heard some of the more outlandish theories about that? About why he was assassinated?
Yeah, I have, and I don't care.
Totally. Where do you think the Republican Party goes from here?
Goes from here?
Yeah.
Oh, it increases. The Democrats know they're losing, and all they have is to murder and violence.
And I think what makes this kind of worse is now Nick Fuentes is like up next.
Elon Musk, you weren't born here. Milo, you're a Jew and you weren't born here. Candace Owens, your husband, wasn't born here. Go the fuck home.
That's what happened.
Nick Fuentes, his approach is way more aggressive than Charlie Kirk's though.
When I think you take out somebody like Charlie Kirk, now you get like Nick Fuentes is now the next guy up.
I'm the realest nigga. on the internet that's in the middle of my generational run.
You took out some dude who was laid back, you know, politically correct in like a Republican sense. Now you got this Mexican white kid who's like, we need only white people, you know? So,
Yeah. Where do you think the future of the Republican Party is going to stand?
It's going to go along the Charlie Kirk route, I think. Because I don't think, if you think about Nick Fuentes, you don't really see, I don't think he would be pulling a crowd like this. It's not to say anything against Nick Fuentes and like bashing him in any way, but like Erica Kirk has been named the new CEO of TPUSA. So we have that, and I think she will do a really great job. Another person that's more maybe closer to Charlie Kirk in my mind, maybe might be like a John Doyle.
And I would like to see Trump, Don Jr. and Eric and J.D. Vance and Barron one day be president, and maybe even my own nephew one day be president.
I can see it.
Thank you.
What? Wait, what's that? Goddamn.
I am actually really energized seeing all these people here to worship God and to worship Charlie. I think it's beautiful. I'm holding back tears right now.
Did you guys know Charlie? I know that the floor seats are like friends and family kind of deal.
We did not know him, but we saw him all the time. I mean, we're like what, stalkers?
Why do you think Charlie Kirk was assassinated?
Oh, I would really base it off of basically what the Tyler Robinson said, where he said that he thought that he was spreading hate in that sense, which in my opinion, yes, to some people who might not have maybe the best worldview, or maybe who are just in a bad place, might think that, because maybe Charlie Kirk might seem like he's actually, berating you for the way that you are, living your life or things like that.
I was born as a man, and now I'm a woman.
Okay, no, but you don't become a woman just because you dress like a woman.
My mom's from Mexico. My dad.
Hey, look, he was a straight shooter. That's what you can say. He was a straight shooter. That's the one thing you gotta respect. If you're gonna be like this for this side, you gotta let the person on that side be like that for that side, and y'all can have dialogue. Y'all can have debate. He was open to debate. He'll let you come up, say your points. He's gonna debate you. So you gotta respect that. Learning to use words. Everybody always say, "Why fight? Why shoot?" Learn to use words. And, so that's the one thing I can say that I respect about that he was a debater and he would debate you. Now, his stances, I don't fuck with all his stances, though. But, let's keep watching.
In Syria.
So when she came here, did she know she was breaking the law?
She was I think, 17. So yeah.
Did she know?
She probably know.
Okay. Therefore, you should go back to your country of origin. If you knew that you were invading somebody's home, I don't have sympathy for you.
I feel like it was for religious reasons. I think there are people that don't feel comfortable in his faith and him going out speaking. And there's a religious revival going on. He was touching people. He was getting out there.
I mean, I think we became tolerant about things that were not correct. I feel like we have a generation that doesn't understand what this nation was built on. They don't understand their rights. I think, unfortunately, when you pull God out of regular day life, you start to let evil in.
They were wrong, but they didn't want to accept it, so they killed him for it.
What do you think is the biggest threat to American values today?
Wokeism.
You can't be
Wokeism.
transgender because God chose a gender for you already. And the challenge is to work with it.
Yeah, I don't be mad at shit like that. Those type of takes I don't be mad at. I agree with you on that one.
Not throw it away or think you can judge them.
What do you guys think is the biggest threat?
But let me just say for the record, I don't hate none of them people. I don't hate none of the people who want to be that. But that is a real stance right there. God made you a man. God made women women. So, But I'm not here to do all that political stance and stuff. I believe in everybody deserves a chance, man. Love all, love all, love all. But you got a point.
To American values right now.
Islam.
Very good.
It literally tells people that you can have 4 wives and beat those wives. And also the Prophet Muhammad had a 9-year-old wife. So I don't think that's representative of American values or values of the West. Anyway.
Is it okay to have another religion besides Christ?
Not in America, because our Constitution's based on Judeo-Christian values. If you're a Muslim, a Sharia law Muslim, you believe that you have to kill Jews and Christians. If you're a communist, you believe that you have to control the world. Well, we don't control the world. We're not looking to control the world. We conquered the world in World War II. The whole world was ours, and we gave it back. No, really. Yeah. Japan is Japan. Germany is Germany. We didn't keep it for ourselves. We're for freedom in the world.
Losing Charlie's really sad.
You might want to watch that guy. You might want to keep a close eye on that guy. He's for sure ready for when it's time to kick off. When it's time to kick some shit off for that, yeah, he's going to be ready. Front and center. Watch him.
But I think it created a million more Charlies, and I look forward to seeing what the future has to bring to the United States and around the world.
Have you heard the theory that Charlie Kirk was assassinated to distract from the Epstein files?
No, that's not true.
Okay. I have never spoken to President Trump about the Epstein files.
How old are you?
I'm 14.
14. So it seems like Charlie did a lot for young men specifically. When did you first find out about Charlie Kirk?
In the 2024 election, I started seeing his videos.
What resonated with you most about his message?
Something ain't right about this kid. Like, why you keep shaking? Why? Is this even her real nephew, or is this like a token black kid they're using just for the video? I don't know.
How he would debate and stay calm, and also how he would prove them wrong as well.
Where did you go to college?
I went to Arizona State.
Okay. Would you say that there was like a lot of liberal messaging in the university?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes. So I graduated in 2020. I played college sports. We were all required. I mean, I wasn't on the team when they started mandating this, but it was vaccines. You had to wear the like LGBTQ pride shirts to honor that.
Really? They made you wear those shirts?
And so I missed a lot of it in the sports, but by the time I had graduated, it was ushered in. And even my classes, I felt were very liberal leaning.
It was unfortunate what happened. It was terrible what happened. And it's disgusting what happened. But when you see the Charlie Kirk effect, this is all he ever wanted, is for a revival within the United States of America and all over the world. This is all he ever dreamed and hoped for. This is all he ever preached. So to see it come true, unfortunately, when it comes to his death, it's a bittersweet moment.
Do you think freedom of speech is under attack?
I do.
For sure.
Jimmy Kimmel got fired for making a joke, which is just ridiculous. Like, he was even asked to apologize. He refused, which I'm proud of him for refusing. I think, you know, if they can say what they want, why can't we? You know, I don't think there's any right or wrong for anybody. They're just...
That is true, because, like, how can Jimmy Kimmel be banned from saying jokes when you got the President of the United States on Twitter talking crazy? Especially after he got fired, he was talking crazy again. But now Jimmy Kimmel is back. You know what I'm saying? He's back on board. Shout out Jimmy Kimmel. You know what I mean? Freedom of speech should be free. That's my thoughts on that.
They believe what they believe, you know? And you can't fault them for that.
How did you feel about Jimmy Kimmel being taken off air?
Ratings, he didn't have it. That's probably the only reason. Wasn't political, just he didn't have the ratings.
I actually don't like it, because ultimately Charlie wouldn't have liked that. Charlie is the ultimate advocate for the freedom of speech.
When people stop talking, that's when violence happens.
So if there's any type of government coercion in regards to that, that's something that Charlie would have been against. Even when it comes to disparaging comments, he would let the people come, you know, at the college campus, Charlie would let the people come to the mic and say what it is that they want to say, and he would debate them in good faith. And if, you know, freedom of speech does come with its risks, and that includes those who want to use disparaging remarks to put people down and then try to destroy one another. But at the end of the day, he still stood for it, because that's the American way. That's how we get any type of headway in our country, is through dialogue, and that's why I'm a bit upset at the conservative response when it comes to Jimmy Kimmel.
He made a good point there. This is the thing about Charlie Kirk. It's going to be takes he got that we don't agree on, and there's going to be takes that he got that we come to agreement on. Like, okay. He felt that way, I feel that way. But then certain things where I'm like, nah, I don't mess with that. He don't mess with this. And you know what I mean? Right here, the freedom of speech thing, I think that's what we all can agree on. Like, you should not shut it down. And, you know, as his own supporter is saying, Charlie Kirk would have not wanted that. So don't try to use Charlie Kirk's name to shut up Jimmy Kimmel from saying a joke. It's a joke, my nigga. Like, stop being sensitive.
All right, here's the thing. Again, I'm going to tell you truth again. The population of America is 4% of the world's population. We're 4% of the world's population. You had a 96% chance of being born someplace else, and God gave you the gift of being born free in the United States of America. What are you going to do with the gift?
We got to come together, man. Just one love, one idea, one country, man. We're all in the same battle, man. I think America's got a lot of work to do, man.
People need to start having mutual respect for each other, and we need to stop using dehumanizing
It's okay to like babies being born. Okay.
languages like calling each other fascists, white supremacists, racists, when we're all Americans and we're all humans.
Ew, socialism. Okay.
I think the political divide in the news media, they will say things that aren't fact, and they will get people hyped up and believing that Charlie's a racist or the people that follow Trump are horrible, bad, evil people, when really it's the media spinning words and using their words to cause harm to people who believe different.
The trilogy of freedom is our family, our country, and our God. Do you think he'll forgive you if you throw your life back in his face when you commit suicide? That's a greater sin to me. By spitting in God's face, how's that going to work? How's that going to go? Carry the pain. Because carrying the war, you're killing people, and to carry that, it's not easy. It works on you, and especially when you're 20, especially then. So I'm giving you insight as to what...
Oh, here, shit, I'm finna give your ass a 1-hour interview. That's what you want? I'm gonna give you everything you want and more right here, man. This is a wild, massive turnout. You know what I mean? To have it at the State Farm Arena in Glendale, Arizona. State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. This is a wild turnout. Obviously, he got some diehard supporters. Diehards, as you can see. One lady even called him God. The God on earth. Like, he built up a fan base, a strong following. Obviously, his message spread across the masses and touched a lot of people. There's definitely those who are going to love what he spoke about, and it's just as many people that out there that love, so just as many people out there that hated what he talked about too.
Post-traumatic stress is and how we're trying to deal with it on the VA. I do woodshop therapy to help me. It keeps me busy. You see? So I'm making something and look at that. And I can give it to my family and they go, oh, wow, thank you very much. You know, so that works for me. So I can say, okay, I can get off my riverboat. And I'm going to give you insight on that.
Please.
Okay? Some veterans wonder if God will forgive them because they don't understand the difference between killing and murder.
What's the difference?
You kill someone because your life is in danger. So you're protecting America because they're attacking the world and they want to destroy America. So you're killing them, all right? But murder is, I don't like that guy. I'm going to plan on taking him out.
Come on, bro. Cut the cap. Same thing, man. Just different tactics. Same thing, man. Shut up.
You see the difference?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the difference.
All right, y'all. The event is over. Trump ended it. Honestly, it was a pretty big disappointment on Trump's end. We had some really good speeches in there. Obviously, Saddam couldn't get in. He has a face condition, so I had to go in.
I think we found an answer to autism. How about that?
How was it outside?
It was cool.
What? Trump, what are you talking about? That shit is so crazy. This nigga started talking about he got an answer to autism and Tylenol at this man's memorial. That is some main character syndrome shit.
You know what I mean? There's a couple of little like arguments.
Come right here, dude.
I'm not scared of nobody but Jesus.
Jump
baby.
over. Talk
man,
your
listen.
shit. See? Talk shit.
I'm not
Jump
talking
over.
shit.
Talk shit then.
I'm not talking
Jump
shit.
over.
I'm telling
Jump
you,
over.
you would rather jack
Jump
off a girl
over.
in the phone booth than
I'm
fuck
saying
with me.
talk shit.
You spread nothing but...
Charlie didn't die for this.
Stupid you are.
You know, Yogi
That old dude got heart, but you could tell he was gonna get his ass whooped.
Berra said it's hard to make predictions, especially about the future.
The Westboro Baptist Church came there, right?
The Westboro Baptist Church did come.
That's pretty cool.
Charlie Kirk was a fake Christian. God still hates
That's pretty sick. I saw Kyle Rittenhouse inside.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I tried to ask him some questions. I wanted to ask him if, like, he had any sympathy for the shooter, given, like, his history.
That's true.
But, yeah, I mean, everyone thought I was Andrew, so I had a good time. Honestly, inside was, like, it was, like, a very loving environment. And then the speakers got to talking, and it was like war cries.
I hate my opponent, and I don't want the best for them. I'm sorry. I am sorry, Erica.
Father, forgive them, for they not know what they do.
You have no idea the dragon you have awakened. You have no idea how determined we will be to save this civilization, to save the West, to save this republic.
America was his home, and he was willing to die for it.
Corporatism mixed with Christianity and like vague religious identity.
JD Vance been big pushing. I don't know the status of their relationship, how close they was off camera, but JD Vance definitely been very formal about his association and in front of all the cameras with everything dealing with Charlie Kirk since his death. So
Arianism, just kind of all wrapped up into this one thing where like the enemy is evil.
You have nothing. You are nothing. You are wickedness. You are jealousy. You are envy. You are hatred. You are nothing.
And yeah, I don't know, it was a super strange feeling, but everybody was really nice, like, you know, to us, which was cool.
Yeah, I noticed that people were like hella chill with me as well. You know what I mean?
But other than that, I mean, it was fun. It's hot as fuck here. They keep saying Charlie Kirk's in heaven. Lucky him, he's not in fucking Phoenix, you know what I mean? It's hot as hell out here.
Channel 5 live worldwide. Hollywood.
yeah, shout out. Shout out Channel 5, man. One of my favorite channels, definitely one of my favorite channels on YouTube. They be having some dope videos, man, y'all can check out. I knew, based off his following on YouTube and social media and all that, that he had millions and millions and millions of people that mess with him. But yeah, I definitely didn't see the Arizona State Farm Arena being the memorial site. But I mean, look, man, he put the work in, he built up a fan base, and you know, his words in the end cost him his life. Now, should somebody be gunned down over words, that's always going to be, you know, depending on what you say and how you say it, that's going to always be debatable. You know what I mean? So some people going to say he deserved it. Some people going to say he didn't. You know what I mean? Should you be shunned from freedom of speech? Should your speech freedom be taken away? That's another thing. Can I not say how I really feel? I would, honestly, me personally, I would rather hear how somebody feels about me or about my race or about my religion or about whatever than to have them hold it in and just, you know what I'm saying, hate me from within. And that would be weird. You know what I'm saying? I would, if you hate me, I want to know that you hate me. If you don't like my kind, I want to know that you don't like my kind. Wouldn't you say the same? Let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man. Smash the like button. And as always, get ready for the next reaction.